Welcome to a special celebrity edition of Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. Here they are, the Eggheads.
Hello.
You're excited, Eggs, because you love playing celebrities, don't you?
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Look at that. Hoping to beat our quiz Goliaths today are the Extra Timers. Now, in their roles as some of the BBC's top sports journalists, this quintet will be well used to reporting on teams who've come out in first place. But will it be the Eggheads or the challengers making the headlines at the end of this bout? Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Mike Bushell, mainly a sports presenter for BBC Breakfast, but also known for trying and profiling many different sports, over 500 on a Saturday morning, no matter how bizarre. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm an athlete, not at all.
Hello, I'm Jessica Creighton, a sports presenter, and when I realised I was never going to play football for England, I decided to talk about it instead. You may have seen me presenting the sports bulletins on the BBC.
Hello, I'm Hugh Woozencroft, a sports broadcaster on Radio 5 Live and across BBC Sports. You might see me throughout the week on the Victoria Derbyshire programme or presenting sports bulletins on the BBC News Channel.
Hi there, I'm Holly Hamilton and I'm a reporter and presenter with the BBC, and you'll find me on BBC Breakfast, BBC World and on the BBC News Channel throughout the day.
Hello, I'm Sonali Shah, a broadcaster who presents the sport on BBC Radio 4's Today programme and BBC Breakfast, and I also spend a lot of time showing off beautiful properties on BBC One's Escape to the Country.
So, Mike and team, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Great to see you. Now, the thing about sports people, Mike, is you're very competitive, aren't you?
Well, when it comes to on the field matters, but here we are the underdogs. It's like being a non-league team going into a match, an FA Cup third round match against a Premier League side. But we're trying to cause an upset.
But have you got a strategy? Because I'm guessing you all want to do sport for a start, do you?
Well, actually, no. We don't
Really?
want to be that person, that sports person that gets the sports questions wrong. How do you come back from that?
OK. I think they're going to spring a surprise here, Eggheads. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for our challengers' chosen charity. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. Now, Extra Times, I think this is good news. The Eggheads have won the last 8 games. It means they're playing well, but there's a good jackpot. There's £9,000 if you win today. So, shall we go for it?
Let's do it.
All right, do we blow a whistle or something? Or we do something sporting. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of music. So one of you, please, against either Lisa, Chris, Barry, Kevin or Judith. Now, I wouldn't even guess who wants to do this.
None of us said music just now when we spoke about which topic.
I don't mind.
There you go. You've offered yourself.
That's just putting yourself.
What if it goes into music history and we go back to
That's what
Mozart
I'm concerned about.
Exactly.
Even
so
70s.
music is very vast. You know.
It is, yeah.
Unless it's
70s.
1990s R&B,
What about you?
I might
I'm
fail.
not so hot on
Like
the
the Spice
musicals. I'd be
Girls.
out on the 80s or 90s pop, but if it came to the musicals or classical, I'd be up
we're-
the creek on that.
So no one wants
So
this
nobody,
topic, then.
basically.
Yeah, we've got to make a decision.
that's a
haven't we?
pass.
Shall I go?
Well, you know, I don't want to say it, Mike, but you've got...
Got to take the...
That's a
You've
joke.
covered-
We're a
no one
young
wants it.
team.
You've covered
We're
the
a young
longest number of
team.
years in terms of musical
OK.
history.
All right, good. So the captain goes in, and against which Egghead, Mike?
They'll never tell us.
I've been
they
playing
allowed
the
to
app
talk
and
to
I know
us?
how good they are. I think I'll go for Lisa.
OK, so Mike from the Extra Timers playing Lisa from the Eggheads. Let us see what happens. Please go to our legendary question room. So, Mike, would you like to go first or second on music?
I'm going to let Lisa go first to see what I can then do in response. Put the pressure on the Egghead.
OK, Lisa. With which genre of music are the Foo Fighters most commonly associated? Rock, rap or dance?
They are a rock band.
Rock is the right answer. Well done. Mike, your question. Here we go. Which rock band formed in Houston, Texas around 1970 are famous for the extremely long beards sported by 2 of their members? Is it ZZ Top, the Eagles or Bon Jovi?
I'm going to have to admit, I think they've all got beards of some sort, but I think the really long ones, it is ZZ Top.
ZZ Top is quite right. Well done. Lisa, your second question. Which of these was a UK hit single for Charles and Eddie in 1992? Shout to the Top, If You Let Me Stay, or Would I Lie to You?
Look into my eyes, Jeremy. Can't you see they're open wide? Would I lie to you?
Would I Lie to You is the right answer. All right, your second question now, Mike. The Truth is a Beautiful Thing is a 2017 album by which band? Gorillaz, London Grammar, or Royal Blood?
Suddenly it's come to me. I've been to see them. They're a fantastic band. It's London Grammar.
You've got it right. London Grammar it is.
They're brilliant.
OK, so London Grammar is the answer. Lisa, your question. The 1822 Symphony No. 8 in B minor, popularly known as the Unfinished Symphony, is a work by which composer? Lisa, is it Wagner, Beethoven or Schubert?
I think it's Schubert with the Unfinished Symphony.
It is Schubert. Okay, Mike, get this right, and you've fought it to a standstill, and we go to sudden death. Get it wrong, and you're knocked out. Which singer was famous for his elaborate stage costumes in the 1970s, occasionally dressing up as a large flower? Peter Gabriel, Robert Palmer, or Gilbert O'Sullivan?
Goodness me. I'll take my time on this one. A large flower. Well, obviously Peter Gabriel was in Genesis. Robert Palmer, I can picture some of his songs. I don't know too much about Gilbert O'Sullivan. And I don't remember anybody, I mean, apart from David Bowie in his costumes, I can't remember too many people dressing up. So I'm going to go, complete hunch, Gilbert O'Sullivan.
It's wrong. Peter Gabriel is the answer.
Well, no, I didn't know that. I sort of was still in shorts in the 70s.
No, that's totally understood.
At that point.
All right, so knocked out by Lisa, the first round to the Eggheads. Let's see how it goes from here. Please return to your teams. As it stands, the extra timers have lost the captain. So Mike's out of the final round. The Eggheads are all still sitting pretty, as it were, and the next subject is sport. The stakes are very high now.
It's not randomly generated, is it?
I hope it is.
Strangely, we discussed before if sport appeared, would anyone want to do it? And no one wants to be the sport person that gets all the sport questions wrong.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And I was just like, well, I
So
wouldn't
get them right,
mind.
Hugh.
So,
No pressure.
and so it's me.
All right, Hugh, good stuff. Now, which Egghead do you want to choose? So, Chris, Barry, Kevin, or Judith?
I think I'm going to have to go for Judith and hope that I can.
Okay.
Get my
She'll
way to the final.
give her a weary heart
Yes.
choosing her for
The
sport.
face fell then.
All right, so Hugh from the Extra Time has taken on the first person to win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Judith Keppel from the Eggheads. Please, if you can, take your positions. Although Judith, let's say, wears her sports knowledge lightly, Hugh, we just saw her a few days ago knock out Steve Ryder on sport.
Wow.
Yeah. So beware, Hugh, is all I can say. And she's also taken down Ewan Thomas twice.
Oh, God.
He won the third time on sport, but she can be dangerous. So some hard tackling, Hugh. Let's
see.
put it like that. Yeah,
We'll see,
sliding
we'll see.
tackles.
I'll put my gum shield in.
Yeah, you'll have to do that. Do you want to go first or second on sport?
I'll stick with Mike's method, put the pressure on, I'll go second.
Okay, Judith, your first question. In which sport do competitors have to chase a mechanical hare around the track? Horse racing, greyhound racing, or drag racing?
I think I do know that one. That's greyhound racing.
Greyhound racing is correct. Okay, your question, Hugh. Good luck. Which of these sports is typically played using 3 balls? English billiards, snooker, or pool?
Well, clearly it's not snooker. Pool, I think's 9. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to say English billiards.
English billiards is quite right. Okay, Judith. Which sport utilises goalposts that are similar to those used in rugby union, but with a netted goal under the crossbar? Polo, shinty, or Gaelic football?
Well, it's not polo. What is shinty? I think it's Gaelic football.
Is she right, Eggheads?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Gaelic football it is. Hugh, have you done any shinty or seen it?
I haven't, actually.
Anyone
I would have
help?
got that answer right, but I have no idea what shinty even is.
Shinty is a massive game in Scotland. It originated from hurling in Ireland and became shinty in Scotland. It's huge.
Is it like hockey?
It is, but hockey in the air is the only way to describe it. One of the
Right.
most dangerous and fast-paced ball games there is. Hockey around head height, though. The ball
Okay.
goes around like that.
You need
It's
a
great
gum
game.
shield.
You need a gum
You need
shield.
a gum
that's
shield
it.
for it. Okay, there's sports that you need a gum shield for and sports you don't, and that's the dividing line. Okay, so Eggheads are leading. Hugh, your question to draw level. The wall game is traditionally played at which school? Is it Eton, Harrow, or Stowe?
Now, this isn't really sports knowledge. I grew up near to Harrow School. I don't think it's there. I don't think it's Stowe. I think it's Eton, anyway.
Eton is right. Well done. Judith. The footballer Gary Lineker played for which Spanish club between 1986 and 1989? Is it Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Valencia?
I'm sure everybody in the world except me knows that. Barcelona.
Is she right, Hugh?
Yeah, she's absolutely right. Famously scored a hat-trick against Real Madrid.
Ah, okay.
Golly, that's lucky.
You've got it right, Judith. All right, so now the pressure comes back on Hugh. You need to get this right, Hugh, to keep it alive. Which British man, known as the Nureyev of the ice, won an Olympic gold medal in figure skating in 1976? Was it Robin Cousins, Christopher Dean, or John Curry?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to rule out Christopher Dean. Maybe I shouldn't, but obviously Torvill Dean's what he's most well known for. I don't think we've won many men's medals in the individual events, so I think I would probably know if he had. I don't know Robin Cousins or John Curry at all. So I'm going to guess, and I'm going to say Robin Cousins.
Robin Cousins is your answer. Let's go to the Eggheads, shall we? You're right to rule out Christopher Dean. Eggheads?
John Curry and Robin Cousins are both Olympic gold medalists, but you gave 76 as the year and Robin Cousins was 1980. It's Curry that was 76.
John Curry was 1976. Hugh, you've been knocked out by Judith. She's done it again. I don't know what's happening, Judith, with you and sport and professional sports people, but you're through to the final round, Miss Keppel, and Hugh's gone as well. Return to us, please, and we'll play on. Right, it is tricky times for the extra timers. They have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads are all still sitting there looking quite robust. Let's see if we can just take a lump out of them now. The subject is arts and books.
Oh, no. Now, beforehand, Jess, you were mentioning that might be...
Did I say that? No, that wasn't me. I don't think I'd put my hand up for any subject.
What about you, Holly?
Someone's got to do it.
I'm not convinced this is my area, guys.
Does anyone feel strongly about it at all? Okay,
Ollie,
I feel like
Sonali?
everyone is looking at me.
Are you happy taking it on?
I'm not, but I'll do it.
But then you're our political card. If a politics
This is what's
comes up,
worrying me.
isn't
I feel like I want to hold out, but...
It's difficult waiting for things and then they might not
Exactly.
come up, which
Yeah.
happens all the
So-
time. Is it Holly?
it? Yeah.
Okay, now you've got to take an egghead. You've got to take one of the 3 gentlemen in the middle. So it's Chris, Barry, Kevin.
That Kevin's avoiding eye contact with me. I'm going to go for Kevin.
Very good. Well, quizzing against him is a memorable moment, so good
Oh,
luck.
good, I'm so
And
glad.
also, he does have power cuts occasionally. So Holly from the extra time has taken on Kevin, known as the Grandmaster, and if you don't knock him out, you see him in the final, so you might as well try. Please, both of you, take your positions. Holly, you're a presenter for BBC Sport, BBC Breakfast and so on, and not just doing sport, doing other things as well.
That's right. They send me out in all types of stories. I think, as one person put it one time, I'm sort of the Mr. Ben of the BBC. I put on a little suit and off I go to wherever they need me to be. So it's good fun, though. It's pretty varied, but I love it.
Now, good luck here. You know you're up against a great quizzer. Let's see how we go. Holly, arts and books, do you want to go first or second?
I think I'm going to shake things up a bit, and I'll go first this time.
OK, good luck to you.
I think I'll need it.
In the Twilight books by Stephanie Meyer, what type of creature is Jacob Black? Shapeshifter, zombie, or demon?
I hate that I know this. He's a shapeshifter, I think. I think he is a wolf part of the time, and he shifts back into a human form.
Shapeshifter's right. Did you know that because you read them or you've seen the films?
I read them. It's even worse.
No, that's great. Well done. OK, Kevin. In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what is Tiny Tim's surname? Marley, Scrooge, or Cratchit?
They're all names from A Christmas Carol, but Tim is the son of Scrooge's clerk, Bob Cratchit, so his surname is Cratchit.
Cratchit is the right answer. OK, Holly, keep pressing. To lose one parent may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Is a line from which play? Is it Waiting for Godot, The Importance of Being Earnest, or The Caretaker?
Oh, it's so familiar, isn't it? Oh. I thought when you were going to give me the options, I was going to recognise it straight away. Oh, it's so tough. I think it's either The Caretaker or The Importance of Being Earnest. I'm going to go for The Caretaker.
So Samuel Beckett were Waiting for Godot. The Caretaker is Harold Pinter. The Importance of Being Earnest is Oscar Wilde. And the answer is the importance of being earnest.
Yeah.
Right.
So to lose one parent may be regarded as misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Is Oscar Wilde, is the importance of being earnest. Kevin, your question. What was the title of the 1865 painting by Edward Manet that caused controversy due to its realistic depiction of a naked, reclining woman? Olympia, Dora Maar, or Venus?
Yes, he had 2 or 3 controversial paintings around that period. This particular one, because she was a courtesan rather than a classical goddess or something like that. She was actually a courtesan in Paris, and it had the title of Olympia.
Olympia is the right answer, which means you've got to get this one right, Holly, to stay in. Claire Quilty is a character in which famous novel? Claire Quilty, which is Quilty. American Pastoral by Philip Roth, Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov, or Herzog by Saul Bellow?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea on this one. I don't think it's Lolita. I think I would know that. I'm not familiar with American Pastoral. Quilty. Okay, with that in mind, I'll go for American Pastoral.
American Pastoral by Philip Roth. Okay, let's see. Eggheads, do we know?
It's Lolita.
And is Claire a man or a woman?
He's a man.
Lolita is the answer by Vladimir Nabokov. No way back. Holly, sorry, knocked out by Kevin. That's what he does. Kevin is in the final round.
If it had to be someone.
Come back and rejoin your teams. So the extra timers have lost 3 brains, but I hope you're enjoying yourselves there. The Eggheads have still not lost any, and this will be the round to get one of them out. Science. Now, didn't we have a scientist?
We did have a scientist.
Yeah.
Was that Sonali?
Lady Shah.
I'm not a scientist. I just happen to do biology and chemistry at A-level.
There
Which
you
means
go.
I'm going to have to do that.
That's all good.
Well, talk you into the position.
Well done, Sonali. Choose an Egghead. You've only got
Yes.
2 left now. Chris or Barry?
I like Barry's shirt.
Yeah, the shirt.
That's all I've got.
Barry's shirt is whoever.
Shirt makes him
he's
look
drawn
like
to
he's
the
not been in a
shirt.
lab much.
Right, let's go with Barry then.
Well,
it is.
Famously,
Sorry, Chris.
Barry did blow up his university lab, so you're close with the shirt. Sonali from the Extra Timers taking on Barry. Come on, let's challenge us. We can do this.
Okay, come
Take
on.
your
Good luck,
position.
Sonali.
Good luck, Sonali.
Thank you.
You're on science, and you did say you've got a bit of science in your background.
I did biology and chemistry A-level, so... but it was a long, long time ago.
I did read somewhere that your first job, and I know I'm clutching at straws here, but was working as an assistant in your dad's pharmacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That clearly is scientific.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
hope
we can add that
He did
in.
help me with my chemistry homework, my dad, so...
So, do you want to go first or second against Barry?
First, I think. Get it out the way.
Here we go. What is the average resting heartbeat of an adult human? 60 to 100, 160 to 200, or 260 to 300 beats per minute?
I'm going to think about it a little bit. I'm trying to think per minute. My mum was a nurse, and I've always seen her taking people's heart rates by looking at her watch. I'm also thinking about the gym and what it always says on the treadmill. The lower, the healthier, right? I'm going to go with 60 to 100.
I'm so glad you did. Well done. Absolutely. Okay, Barry. Which of these scientists was born first? Tim Berners-Lee, Albert Einstein, or Stephen Hawking?
The oldest, or the one who's born first, will be Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein is correct. Sonali. What name is given to large animals with thick skin, such as elephants, rhinos, and hippos? Primate, pachyderm, or marsupial?
Oh gosh, I thought I'd immediately know it. So it's not a marsupial, is it? So aren't kangaroos marsupials in my head? Primates are gorillas and things like that. What's a pachyderm? Am I going to have to go with the one I don't know? Let's go with pachyderm.
Pachyderm, teammates?
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Oh,
Okay, don't worry, we're doing well. You're ahead. Barry, here's your question. Which of these birds is a type of cuckoo? Bee hummingbird, flamingo, or roadrunner?
Type of cuckoo. I think it's a state bird of New Mexico, and it's a roadrunner.
It is roadrunner. Okay, Sonali, hang on tight. Here's your third question. The scientist Michael Faraday is best known for his work in which field? Electromagnetism, astronomy, or animal classification?
It's one of those you either know, you know. And Barry knows, doesn't he? I don't think it's animal classification. I'm not sure why I think that. Electromagnetism.
Electromagnetism. Barry, is she right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely
yes.
right. Okay, Sonali, let's just cherish this moment. You've got 3 out of 3 there. Barry, this to stay in. All the red blood cells in humans are formed, Barry, in which part of the body? The heart, the bone marrow, or the kidneys?
I believe red blood cells are formed in the bone marrow.
Bone marrow is the right answer. So we go to sudden death. Gets a bit harder now, Sonali. They're all rooting for you here. Sudden death, I don't give you alternatives. Here we go. Your question. Which chemical element has the symbol Ru? It's a capital R and a small u.
I really do need options. Can't even think what it might be. Chemistry A level wasn't that useful, was it? Turns out. Silver. Can't be silver, can it? I'm going to go with silver, knowing that's wrong only because I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Silver, you say. What is silver, Barry?
Ag.
Oh, yes.
Ag.
Thank you.
Eggheads, what's Ru?
Ruthenium.
Ruthenium.
I wouldn't have got that, it's fine.
Okay. Barry for the round. Which disease, Barry, which is known to prevent the clotting of the blood, is occasionally referred to as the royal disease?
It was indeed. I think if you don't have vitamin K in your blood won't clot. And the blood won't clot if you suffer, unfortunately, from haemophilia.
Haemophilia is the right answer. Barry's in the final. Sorry, Sonali. Well played. Got further than anyone there. Come back to us. We are going to play the final round for £9,000. So this is what we have been playing towards. It's time for our final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be in this round. So, Mike, Hugh, Holly and Sonali, from the extra timers, would you please now leave the studio? Jessica, good luck in this. I know this strategically it's gone a bit awry, but you can definitely win, can't
How do you mean? How do you mean,
well,
Jeremy?
I mean, the not criticising the captain at all, Mike, but we've lost 4 along the way, but you can win. That's the key thing, Jessica. We wish you all the best. Playing to win the Extra Timers charities, £9,000. Here you are, Lisa, Chris, Barry, Kevin, Judith, in full force, fighting to protect the Eggheads' reputation. The stakes are that high. For the final, I'm going to ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge, Jessica, and you are allowed to confer, I normally say, but it's not that easy when you've been left alone. But the key question here is, can you, with your one brain, take down these 5? Sure you can do it. Would you like to go first or second?
I'm going to be forthright, and I am going to take the initiative, and I want to go first.
So your first question, Jessica. The coin known as the guinea was originally made from gold mined in which part of the world? Was it West Africa, South America, or Scandinavia?
OK, so I don't think Scandinavia is particularly known for its gold reserves. South America, very resource-rich, but I'm not sure about gold, whereas I know West Africa is incredibly rich in gold. And I have been to Ghana, where part of the country on the coast is called the Gold Coast. Guinea is a country in the African continent. I'm going to go with West Africa.
West Africa is correct. Right, you're on your way. Eggheads, under the reign of Stalin in the Soviet Union, what were the gulags? Were they policemen, public meetings, or labour camps?
Labour camps. Yeah, labour camps. Yes, it's where we're all going eventually, the labour camps.
Labour camps, well, you might be. Labour camps is right. Jessica, which of these TV sitcoms was initially set in Chigwell in Essex? Birds of a Feather, Fawlty Towers, or Gavin and Stacey?
I love Fawlty Towers, and I know that that wasn't set in Chigwell. Gavin and Stacey, I'm pretty sure was Wales. It's got to be Birds of a Feather.
Birds of a Feather is quite right. OK, but the Eggheads can come apart. We're hoping for that, Eggheads. You haven't got a single question wrong.
OK, well, thank you for tempting fate.
Well, I'm trying.
I know, but good old jinx
You
in
normally
operation.
succeed when you do it as well.
OK, Eggheads, let's see how you do on
I'll
this.
take that vibe.
Which 38-year-old footballer retired in November 2017 after making his 872nd senior appearance? Is it Romario, Andrea Pirlo, or Dirk Kuyt?
I'm reasonably sure that around that time I heard that about Pirlo. It was just after Italy failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup. And I think he called time on his career after that. That's my best offer.
Yeah, that's
on
me.
that.
Go with that.
I seem to remember reading
Yeah.
it. Yes, it's the middle one, Jeremy. Andrea Pirlo.
Andrea Pirlo, you say. Jessica, are they right?
They are.
You're right. The middle one, Andrea Pirlo. And here's your question, Jessica. In which year did the Irish Free State officially change its name to EIRE? E-I-R-E. 1937, 1967, or 1997?
Oh, goodness me. Okay, this is history and it's not my forte. Going to have to guess. And my answer is 1967.
1967. So let's check with the Eggheads. The origins were what, 1918 or
Well,
Easter Rising? And
22.
22 was independence.
Yeah.
How long did they delay before they stopped calling themselves the Irish Free State? That's the question.
15.
15 years, yeah.
15 years.
37.
1937.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Now, Eggheads, if you get this right, the contest is over, because there'll be no way back. Which of these countries has the longest coastline? Eggheads, Iran, Iraq, or Indonesia?
No, it's got to be Indonesia.
Well, there's 17,000 islands in Indonesia. It must be that.
Well, yeah,
Awfully difficult for it to be the other two, wouldn't
you would rather, yeah, or Gulf, Persian Gulf, yeah.
Mm.
Well, it consists of literally thousands of islands, which all add up to coastline, so it's Indonesia.
If you've got it right, Eggheads, you've won in a very entertaining contest. Indonesia is the correct answer. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Oh, Jessica. Played well there in the final,
I'm sorry,
Jessica. Seriously,
guys.
the level of intensity, man. Commiserations to our brilliant sports journalists. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. Look at them preening themselves here. It's infuriating. The winning streak continues. Did you even get a question wrong today? No, you did not, Eggheads. You're unbeatable at the moment. So it means the challengers don't take the £9,000 for their charities. We roll that over to the next show. Eggheads, my oh my, are you going to be beaten by any celebrity team? What sort of mood are you in today, Eggs?
Raring to go.
Right, OK. Taking on our quiz geniuses, our sunny side up. Now, this quintet has a very broad range of knowledge, which is an excellent team dynamic to have when facing the Eggheads. We've got specialists in history, science, art, forgery, and antiques. Let's meet them.
I'm Simon Singh. I write books about science and maths, including Fermat's Last Theorem, the first book to be a #1 bestseller in maths, and the last.
My name's Anita Anand. I'm a political journalist and an author. I present Any Answers on Radio 4 and I write non-fiction, books about feisty broads and cursed diamonds so far. I'm the mother of 2 small children, so I am absolutely desperate for Fireman Sam to come up as a special subject today.
I'm Geoffrey Munn, and I'm one of the specialists on the Antiques Roadshow, and my favourite subjects are antique jewellery and works of art by Carl Fabergé.
My name's Tessa Dunlop. Recently I've been writing books, The Bletchley Girls and The Century Girls, spot the theme. Also struggling my way through a PhD and pop up on Coast from time to time. And I'm about to do the Genealogy Roadshow on Channel 4.
My name's Curtis Dowling and I authenticate art for a living. You may have seen me on Channel 4's Hoarder SOS, but most people will know me from my American show, Treasure Detectives.
So, Simon and team, hello.
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 Great to see you. Simon, have you been marshalling the forces as the team captain?
Yes, we are a very wide-ranging group of people with different levels of expertise on different subjects. We weren't quite sure of our name. We were going to call ourselves the Jeremy Vine Fan Club, but the producer said he would resign. We then came up with the Tim Vine Fan Club, and we were told you would resign. So we're sunny side up.
All right, good stuff. Good luck, challengers. Excited to see you play. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers' chosen charity. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, that prize money, of course, rolls over to our next show. So, sunny side up, the Eggheads have won the last 9 against the celebrities. They've won them all, and that's quite good because it means there's £10,000 for you to win today. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of arts and books. Now, here you're strong, I reckon. Arts and books.
Who wants to take this on?
Oh, Geoffrey.
I'll have a go.
I'll have a go.
That's your
passion, isn't it?
Yep.
Geoffrey, OK. Against which Egghead?
I think Judith.
Geoffrey from Sunny Side Up taking on Judith from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please both take your positions in our legendary question room? OK, well, good luck here. Arts and books, Geoffrey. Do you want to go first or second?
Oh, I think I'll go first and get it over with.
And here is your question. Tarzan of the Apes is a 1914 novel by which writer? Bram Stoker, Edgar Rice Burroughs, or H. Rider Haggard?
I think I'm going to go straight down the middle for Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yes, you're quite right. Edgar Rice Burroughs is the right answer. Judith, your question. Banging your head against a brick wall and existentialism are collections of work by which modern artist? Judith, Tracy Emin, Banksy, or Grayson Perry?
Banging your head against
a brick wall.
A brick wall. Well, I think because of the wall bit, I'm going to say Banksy.
Banksy is your answer. Yeah, and the existential as opposed to existentialism. I think the stencil is...
The stencil.
He does the stenciling, doesn't he?
Yeah.
On those graffiti works.
Yes.
Banksy's right. 1 each. Back to you, challenger. Arthur Miller's play The Crucible uses which historical events as its setting? The assassination of Lincoln, the outbreak of the Black Death, or the Salem witch trials?
Oh, well, I've always loved a good witch, actually. It's almost a study of mine, a bit of an obsession of mine. So I'm going to go for the Salem witch trials.
The Salem witch trials is correct. And what a play. OK, Judith, which of these is a poem by the former poet laureate Ted Hughes? The Thought Fox, If, or Funeral Blues?
Well, If is Rudyard Kipling. I think it's the fourth. The thought. I can't say it. The Thought Fox.
The Thought Fox is, you think, is the poem?
Yeah.
And do you know who Funeral Blues is by?
Not sure.
Stop All the Clocks?
Oh, W.H. Auden.
Yeah, so you're quite right. The Thought Fox it is.
Yes.
Level. 2 good players here. OK, Geoffrey, the third question could be crucial. What is the name of the villainous housekeeper in Daphne du Maurier's novel Rebecca? Is it Mrs. Coulter, Miss Jessel, or Mrs. Danvers?
Oh, Mrs. Danvers.
Mrs. Danvers is correct. Judith, your question. What is the title of Robert Graves' 1929 autobiography that details his time spent in the trenches of World War I? Testament of Youth, Goodbye to All That, or The Moon's a Balloon?
Well, The Moon's a Balloon is David Niven. I used to read it to the children in the car. Well, he had a tape. Testament of Youth is Vera Brittain, so it's Goodbye to All That.
Goodbye to All That is correct. Nothing to choose between you. We go to sudden death, Geoffrey. Gets a bit harder now because I don't give you alternative answers. Here's your question. In which famous 1979 book is the Earth demolished to make way for a new hyperspace express bypass?
1984?
No. Let's just see. Teammates?
Hitchhiker's
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the answer by Douglas Adams. Right, Judith has a chance to take her place in the final. That's why we call it sudden death. A Legacy of Spies, Judith, is a 2017 novel by which writer born in 1931?
I've just read it, and it's John le Carré.
John le Carré is right. You're in the final round. Geoffrey knocked out. I'm sure you knew that as well. I don't know what happened there.
No, I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. Come back to us, early days, and we'll play round 2. All right, an early defeat for Sunny Side Up, who've lost a brain, a big brain, from the final round. The Eggheads are all still there, and Judith won through. The next subject for you is history. So...
OK, so...
Can't be
We
Geoffrey.
have a wealth of history experts here.
I know.
So,
The thing is, I think Anita's probably stronger than me, but she's probably also stronger on a couple of other subjects, and you might want her in the last round.
But I think you're brilliant. You
Well
won't fall
done.
on your
Well
sword.
done.
I think
I'm
it's
niche.
great. I think you can
Let's
do
give it a
this.
go.
You can do it.
Who are we dueling with?
Right, so you're dueling with anyone but Judith. So you've got Lisa, Steve, Barry or Kevin?
I think I'm going to go for the big gun, Kevin.
All right, Tessa from Sunny Side Up playing Kevin from the Eggheads on history. Let's see what happens next. Go to the question room, please. Tessa, you're against Kevin on history, and we wish you well. Do you want to go first or second?
I'm going to go first.
So going in first against the Grandmaster, good luck. Britain was drawn into which major conflict after Germany invaded Poland? World War II, World War I, or the Crimean War?
World War II.
World War II is correct. Okay, so Tessa's ahead. Kevin, over to you. In medieval times, chevalier was the French term for what? A serf, a knight, or a priest?
Chevalier, as in C-H-E-V-A-L-I-E-R.
Yes.
That is a knight.
A knight is right. Tessa, which of these historical figures was born first? Thomas Cromwell, Thomas Becket, or Thomas Hardy?
Well, Thomas Hardy was English literature going on about how beautiful parts of England was, and Tess of the D'Urbervilles, my namesake, had a horrible time with him. Thomas Cromwell was a Tudor. I always think Tudors get a little bit too much of them, but I'm going to go with Thomas Becket.
Thomas Becket is the right answer. Kevin, your question. Which French king was executed in 1793 during the French Revolution? Louis XIV, Louis XV, or Louis XVI?
The one who got the chop there was Louis XVI.
Louis XVI is right. Why do I have a feeling we're going to sudden death in this round? The Mongol warlord Timur the Lame, also known as Tamburlaine, died in which year, Tessa? 1405, 1605, or 1805?
Wish I could look at Kevin's body language, to be honest. Certainly not 1805. Hand in my heart, and horribly upset if I get this wrong, but hey, taking a shot for the team on 1405.
1405 is right. 3 out of 3 for the historian. Brilliant, Tessa. Well done. Well done. All right, Kevin. Prasutagus was the husband of which historical figure? Boudica, Lady Godiva, or Cleopatra?
Yeah, well, he was his death was what started off the whole problem with Boudica's revolt. The Romans then tried to take over the Iceni or Iceni territory, and that led in the end to Boudica revolting and attacking Roman cities. So it's Boudica.
Boudica is the right answer. 3 each. Sudden death, Tessa.
I only knew that from watching horrible histories. I'm not sure one should reveal one's sources when they're so lowly.
No, don't worry. This is good. You're playing well. The Dutch-born dancer Margaretha Zela, who was executed on grounds of spying, was better known by what stage name?
I should know this. It's horrific. Lady Godiva. I've got no idea. Really, I don't.
Okay.
I'm devastated.
Lady Godiva. Let me just check with your teammates.
They know, I'm
teammates?
It's Mata Hari.
Mata Hari.
Yes, Mata Hari. Oh, you knew that, didn't you, Kevin? He just.
Yeah, it
yes.
knows.
I'm so sorry about that.
Don't worry. We
mental
understand.
block.
It's really hard in that room. It's really hard. Okay, Kevin will be in the final if you get this right. Who led the British fleet at the Battle of the Nile in 1798? Need a first name and a surname.
Horatio Nelson.
Horatio Nelson is the right answer, Kevin. There we go. Kevin is in the final round. Tessa, beaten by our egghead. Oh, Mata Hari.
Mata Hari. I've got to lose gracefully.
Come back to us and we'll play round 3. Sunny Side Up are having a few problems at the moment. They have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any, but this is a good point to just turn the tables. Challenges. And the next subject is sport. Now, who would like sport? So it's Simon, Anita, or Curtis?
So we, as a team, we realise we're very weak on sport.
I think that's an understatement,
Yeah.
to be honest.
So So I'll go
But
for
what
it.
if we get
No,
through
because
it?
that's wasting
you're
a
too
brain.
vague.
No. Oh, no.
That's wasting a genius.
Oh, you mustn't.
We can't do that.
No, also
No, you
science.
can't. No.
I mean,
No, but
I'll
it's
go,
science.
but I won't get any questions right because I don't know anything about sport.
Go for it.
Curtis, just before you go, choose an egghead. Now, you've got left Lisa, Steve, Barry. So the three on the left.
Barry doesn't look very sporty.
Well, Barry just looks like Ronnie Barker to me, and so I'm going to choose Barry for that reason.
Good. Well, Barry's a lovely guy. So Curtis from Sunny Side Up, taking on Barry on sport from the Eggheads. And here we go. Take your positions. Now, I feel bad, Curtis. We're doing you on sport here. I really feel we should be on history or arts, books or something. But anyway, here we go. First or second?
First.
Good luck. What is the name of a type of sporting competition in which all competitors play against each other in turn? Is it round robin, round rabbit, or round rover?
Well, this may be one I even know, because the only one that sounds like it's real is round robin. So, for the sake of getting one right, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for round robin.
Round robin is correct. Brilliant.
Crikey.
Yeah,
Look at that,
seriously.
you see, I'm a sports
There we
expert
go.
now.
The joy of multiple choice. OK, here we go, Barry. Which of these swimming strokes was only added to the Olympic Games as an individual stroke in 1956? Freestyle, butterfly, or breaststroke?
Well, I think the latest of those by far was butterfly, so that must be my answer.
Butterfly is the latest. You're right, 1956. Curtis, what is the maximum number of clubs that a golfer can have in their bag in a round of professional golf? Is it 9, 14, or 20?
I haven't got a clue. 20 sounds a lot. And as you were saying that, I was thinking, I bet it's 12. So because 14 is close to 12, I'm going to guess it's 14.
14 is correct. Yes. OK, here is your question, Mr. Simmons. The Cricket World Cup was first held in which year? 1975, 1983, or 1991?
It's not as late. I'm sure it's not as late as 1991. Has it been going 30, 25, 40, nearly 40 years? I think it has. I think if I recall, the Windies won the first one, and I'm pretty certain it was 1975.
Eggheads, is he right?
Yep.
And who won it?
It was the West Indies.
West Indies, he's right about that as well. 1975, Barry, well done. Here we go. Curtis, your third question. Just keep the pressure on here. The goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, twice won the European Cup. With which football club? Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, or Manchester United?
I think it's going to be Liverpool or Manchester. So I am going to go for Liverpool.
I see why you did that. Certainly the two bigger teams these days, but Tessa knows. Tessa?
I think it's Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Sorry,
is the
team.
answer. Don't worry, not out of it yet, Curtis. Just got to hope that Barry fumbles here. Which Major League Baseball team, Barry, managed by Billy Beane, set a record by winning 20 consecutive games in 2002, as depicted in the Oscar-nominated film Moneyball? Is it Oakland A's, New York Yankees, or LA Dodgers?
I really don't know, so I'm going to go for the New York Yankees.
Eggheads, is he right?
No.
No, you're wrong. It's the first wrong answer from the Eggheads in the competition. Eggheads, what's the answer?
Oakland A's.
Oakland A's.
Oh.
So after 3 questions each, the scores are level. You've taken him to sudden death here, Curtis.
Blimey.
Now, this is a bit difficult if you really have no sport knowledge, but I can't give you alternatives here. In which athletics track event did the South African athlete Wade van Niekerk break a world record in 2016?
I don't know any track events, and I don't know any of the people who do it. So I'm going to say 100 meters.
I wish I could give it. It's 400. It was there
Sorry.
for the taking. Not at all. I know it would have been a guess. 400 meters. Okay, Barry, your question for the round. Which Swiss ski resort hosted 2 of the first 5 Winter Olympic Games? Barry?
Right, this is one I should know instantly, and it's either Chamonix or St. Moritz. So which was the first? St. Moritz.
St. Moritz is the right answer, Barry. You're in the final. Curtis.
Sorry.
You did well. You forced him to sudden death on a subject which is not your ideal one. I'm sorry you've been knocked out.
Well,
come back to us.
We tried.
And we got one more round to play before the final. Now, Sunny Side Up have lost 3 brains from the final. The Eggheads are all still there, getting a lot of questions right. And our next subject is film and TV. And the interesting thing here is, Simon and Anita, you are married.
We are.
And I don't think I've really said this so far. So we've got a husband and wife choice now.
We're both quite reluctant to admit it ourselves. But we actually both love film
watch
and
a
TV.
lot of telly.
That's good. And ideally, Simon, I'm thinking math, science for you. Anita, politics, history, geography even. So you've got other strengths, but maybe this too. How do you choose on this?
I don't know. I mean,
You're more cinema.
Yeah. But you're telly, all over telly.
I'll definitely have a go at this.
Okay.
And
okay, so Simon going in on this. Now you've got left the 2 on the left, Lisa and Steve. Steve, the former brain of Derbyshire.
Just looking at facial expressions.
Take Steve out, go on.
I don't think Steve will watch as much schlock TV
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you do.
Yes.
I mean, people will be astonished with
Yes.
your big brain, just how much...
My big brain about Big Brother.
Big
and my
Brother,
Okay.
Celebrity Big Brother.
Steve,
yeah.
Steve, please.
All right, this could be very interesting contest now. Simon from Sunny Side Up playing Steve from the Eggheads. Please, for the last time, take your positions. Film and TV, Simon, up against Steve, who's got 10,000 books. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
Right, good luck. We want the husband and wife in the final here for the challengers. Your first question is this. Which of these Pixar films is set in Scotland? Brave, The Incredibles, or Up?
I have seen all of them, but I think Brave was about a Scottish lassie with flame red hair, and so I think Brave was set in Scotland.
Brave is right. Well done. Steve, the classic 1962 film The Great Escape was set during which war? World War I, World War II, or Vietnam War?
That's World War II, Jeremy.
World War II is right. Simon, back to you. Who did Captain Mannering famously call Stupid Boy in the TV sitcom Dad's Army? Private Pike, Private Godfrey, or Private Walker?
Yes, one of the nation's favourites has to be Private Pike.
It is indeed Private Pike. Steve, your question. Alec Guinness played which fictional spy in the TV series Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy? Bernard Sampson, Alec Lemus, or George Smiley?
I think that's George Smiley, Jeremy.
Yes, we're cracking through here. George Smiley's right as well, 2 each. Back to you, Simon. Ron Grainer composed the theme tune to which of these shows? Doctor Who, One Foot in the Grave, or Are You Being Served?
So Eric Idle sang One Foot in the Grave, I think, and composes music as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Eric Idle wrote One Foot in the Grave. Are You Being Served had a lovely theme, but nothing that would stand out, nothing that you would say merited a composer's name to be remembered. Not in my case, anyway. Doctor Who theme is clearly the iconic one, but I always associate that with a woman at the BBC who pioneered electronic music. Now, did she just do the technology? Well, I say just. Did she do all of the technology behind that but not compose it? Or did she do both? I think this woman whose name I should remember, I'm going to associate her with Doctor Who, Eric Idle with One Foot in the Grave. So my answer is going to be, Are You Being Served?
Steve, do you know who this woman is who did all the...
Delia Derbyshire.
What was her name?
Delia Derbyshire.
Delia Derbyshire. And she did what?
I think she did come up with the basic tune. And I think it's a case of a bit too much knowledge there on Simon's part, because Ron Grainer came in and sort of just jazzed it up, basically.
This is the Doctor Who theme?
This is the Doctor Who theme.
Simon, you got it wrong.
Nah,
it's
okay,
Doctor Who.
fair enough.
Okay. Let's see. Steve can be in the final with this. In which film does Robert Mitchum play the Reverend Harry Powell, a murderous preacher with love and hate tattooed on his knuckles? Cape Fear, Build My Gallows High, or Night of the Hunter?
Yeah, it's a great film. I think it's the only one that Charles Lawton directed. And it's Night of the Hunter.
Night of the Hunter is right. 3 out of 3. Oh, we've lost Simon from the final. I can't believe it.
Got it.
Okay, thank you for playing, and please come back to us. We are going to play the final round for £10,000. So, Steve, you mentioned Delia Derbyshire doing a lot of the sound effects.
Yeah.
And she was involved in the theme tune. She did the arrangement. Ron Grainer wrote it.
Oh.
The writer of Are You Being Served? Another go at that? Anyone? Kevin's brain whirring on it.
Yeah.
Ron, another Ron.
I think whirring is probably
Ronnie?
putting it a bit strongly.
Hazelhurst.
Yes.
Yes.
Ronnie Hazelhurst.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely bang on with Eric Idle involved in One Foot in the Grave. Here we go. This is what we have been playing towards. It is time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. I'm afraid those of you who've lost your head-to-heads are not going to be taking part in this round. So, Simon, Geoffrey, Tessa and Curtis from Sunny Side Up, would you please now leave the studio? Anita, this is it, the final round. And they're all looking on excitedly here. You're playing to win Sunny Side Up £10,000. Lisa, Steve, Barry, Kevin and Judith, here you are, all 5 of you again, just playing to shore up the Eggheads' precious reputation. For the final, I'm going to ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time they're all general knowledge, and you can confer, but obviously alone, how does that work? So, Anita, the question is, can you, with your one brilliant brain, take down these 5 over here? Wish you well. Good luck.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much.
And would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Here we go. What is a tall boy? Tallboy. Writing desk, chest of drawers, or double sink?
So I knew it was a piece of furniture. I'll go for chest of drawers, although I'm very, very torn between that and double sink. But a tall boy, I think a chest of drawers, I'm thinking of sort of gentlemen's outfits.
Chest of drawers is correct.
Oh, okay.
Well done. Okay. Eggheads, your first question. What are you proverbially said to have pulled from the fire if you retrieve a difficult situation and spare yourself embarrassment? Eggheads, is it your chestnuts, your hazelnuts, or your coconuts?
Chestnuts, yeah.
Chestnuts?
I think chestnuts, yes.
Everyone's happy with chestnuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That would be your chestnuts, Jeremy.
It would be your chestnuts. Okay, Eggheads, they've got 1. Just keep plugging on, they'll get 1 wrong. I'm sure they will. Got to. Which British actor played the role of Darth Vader in the Star Wars trilogy, with James Earl Jones providing the voice? Was it Bernard Bresslaw, Pat Roach, or David Prowse?
All of these are very tall fellows. I think Pat Roach, from memory, was a wrestler formerly, and I think he did lots of things in that period, I think. I think it was David Prowse, who is an incredibly tall man.
Let's just check backstage. Was it David Prowse, teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Well done. 2 to our challengers. Eggheads, you're second. Morgan Le Fay is an enchantress in which mythology? Norse mythology, Arthurian mythology, or Greek mythology?
Arthurian.
Yeah, Arthurian.
You'll find Morgan Le Fay in Arthurian mythology.
Morgan Le Fay is indeed in Arthurian mythology. Your question, Anita. When the England under-17 football team won the World Cup in 2017, which Liverpool footballer scored hat-tricks in both the quarter-final and the semi-final? Was it Ryan Brewster, Ben Woodburn, or Trent Alexander-Arnold?
It's the name I like, just because of its triple-barreledness, is Trent. Ben Woodburn, though, just is ringing a bell. Maybe I've just heard it in passing in the background. Oh, Ben Woodburn.
Ben Woodburn is your answer. Teammates, do you know back there?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I should know this, being sport.
But hubby here, you had an inkling.
Yeah, he said the same.
What did you think, Simon? You thought Ben? Okay, so Simon agreed with you. Anita, let's get that. We've got that on the record.
Okay, that's good.
Let's find out if
good
it's
to
right.
know.
Is Ben Woodburn right, Eggheads?
No, I've got an idea Ben Woodburn is actually Welsh.
Yeah, I think he does play for Liverpool.
He does play for Liverpool, though, yeah.
So he might not be English. Okay, who is it?
I think it's Ryan Brewster.
Ryan Brewster is the answer.
Right.
So that gives the Eggheads a chance to take the contest with this question. Which fictional pirate sailed in a ship called the Black Pig? Captain Jack Sparrow, Captain Hook, or Captain Pugwash?
Captain Pugwash.
Pugwash.
Yep.
Pugwash, that's what I was going to say.
Pugwash, yeah.
Pugwash.
Great certainty from the rest of the Eggheads. It's Captain Pugwash.
So the last answer in this brilliant contest is Captain Pugwash. I see. Captain Pugwash is the right answer. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Well, you did say the sport was a real problem for the team. And actually, that back there, they didn't know the right answer. That helps as well.
Yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
It's been great fun. It's been really great fun. And honestly, just in awe of your enormous brains. It doesn't mean I like you.
No, fair enough.
But the brain power on this side, we know the brain power on this side is phenomenal. We know that. Commiserations, Anita and team. The Eggheads have done that thing again. They do sort of raise their game for these celebrity teams, I think. They know that more people watch and they want to show off a bit. So the winning streak continues, and it means you don't win the £10,000 for your charity. So the money rolls over to our next celebrity show. Oh, well done, Eggheads. Who will beat you? Are you going to win them all? I think they're trying to do that. Join us next time to see if a new team of celebrity challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. There will be £11,000 to play for. Until then, goodbye.